Greetings, Saints, and thank you so much for tuning in to the Barber Franklin Show. I am your host, Barber Franklin, and today I have the awesome pleasure of sitting with my girlfriend, my friend, Delta Saulsberry. Welcome to the show, Delta.
Thank you so much, Barber, for having me here.
Hey, it is my pleasure. So this is our third time speaking with each other today, okay?
Yes, it is.
So if you may recall, if any of you saw the original interview that I did with Pastor Covington, I talked about my prayer partners, Delta Saulsberry and Zoe Karen Sagey. And so this is the Delta Saulsberry that I talked about. This is my friend, my confidant, my covenant sister. We belong to Greater Southern Baptist Church. Every day, Monday through Friday. She keeps me on my toes. I get up in the morning. I'm checked by Delta, you know, to make sure that I'm doing all things right. So I love you, and I thank you for being here, you know. So we're going to talk a little bit about the program that you're over for Wayne State University, TRIO Educational Opportunity Center overview. I keep wanting to make TRIO stand for something, you know, technical resource information opportunity, or, you know, something like that. But you keep telling me that, you know, it's just the third program. So you tell me a little bit about what TRIO is, how it got started, and what you guys are trying to accomplish.
Well, TRIO, thank you again for having me here and representing Wayne State University, TRIO Education Opportunity Center. TRIO really is a federally funded program through the U.S. Department of Education. It really came out of the Educational Act of 1964 under Lyndon Johnson, when he developed programs to help those that had been underrepresented in higher education. So TRIO really came about because it was three programs that started under TRIO: Upward Bound, Talent Search, and Student Services.
Okay.
Those were the first three programs under that federal program.
Okay.
Later on, EOC came about, I believe it was 1968. But as far as Wayne State University, the program started in 1962 under the leadership of Deborah Alexander.
Okay.
She was our first director. And basically what educational opportunity centers are programs that help adults who are interested in getting higher education.
Okay.
They get all these free services, and all of our services are free to our participants to assist them to get admitted and enrolled in post-secondary. When I say post-secondary, that covers anything higher than the high school level. Okay. So even though we're housed at Wayne State University, we can assist individuals to go to vocational schools, community colleges, other universities, in-state or out-state of Michigan. It is just about being able to go after your career goals, the occupation that you want to pursue. Okay. Now I'm sorry I started to say Wayne State, but now what EOC is doing is, because we have broadened our services, we assist individuals to get their high school diploma and GED as well. Okay. To get or participate in EOC, our general age is 19 years of age and older that live in our target area. Okay. Our target area is all three counties, Wayne, Oakland, and Macomb. Okay. Also, individuals have to be U.S. citizens or permanent residents legally here in the United States. Okay. The majority of the people that we service, well, 2/3 of our population is low income and first generation. Low income according to the U.S. Department of Education standard of low income. And first generation just means that their parents did not graduate from a four-year college or university. Our main thing is, if you're 19 years of age and older, you're interested, we're here to service. Wow. Wow. Now, one thing I do want to add is that because our sister service sister program, I apologize, did not get refunded, we are servicing seniors in high school. Okay. So those individuals can be 17, but they're seniors in high school, graduating and looking to go to higher education.
Okay. So let me understand this. So say I want to go back to school and I want to pursue my master's in counseling, psychology. Then I can come to your center, sit down and talk to you. You will provide me with information that will help me kind of decide which area of interest that I wanted to go to. And do you help with financial aid too? I mean, just doing that application or anything like that? You know, what all does your service encompass?
Now, I do want to clarify.
Okay.
As far as on paper, I would not help someone that's trying to get a master's because we work with individuals who are working toward their undergrad.
Okay.
But because of who I am,
All right.
and because of who our counselors are, we do assist whoever is interested.
Okay. Okay.
According to U.S. Department of Education, we're helping individuals get their bachelor's degree.
Okay.
And one of the things that we do assist in is the financial aid, information and assistance, providing information, educating our participants on the different types of financial aid.
Okay.
You have the free types, which are your grants and scholarships. Loans are what they are. Student loans you have to pay back. College work study, which is working in one of the departments of the school, getting paid for it, which helps to assist in your tuition, and just also other needs that you might have. So there's different types, and we do walk the individual through the application process in assisting them to fill it out.
Okay.
Yes, we do.
So what do you think, so what is your biggest challenge in getting this information out to, to your public? What are you having difficulty getting people to come into the door to sit down and to talk about, their education? Because I'm sure a lot of people would love to do this. I know, just going to the nursing homes and, just talking to people since you've told me about the program, and people are, always, they seem like they're very interested in it. But then, the follow-up or follow through, are you seeing a lot of people coming to you with the interest in this program?
One thing about our program, it is definitely volunteer-based.
Okay.
So what we try to do is get the information out, and a lot of times people are interested in furthering their education, but what we find is that just like anything else, people have to survive. Okay. And sometimes education isn't the top priority. It may be housing, it may be transportation, it may be trying to get a job, basic needs, food, clothing, and shelter. Okay. So sometimes those take precedence over getting their education. Yet there are some that, even though they might have those challenges, they will look at and seeing that it's important for them to have education. They need to have some more training so that they can become more marketable. Right,
because it just seems to me like I understand food, shelter, all of that is very important, but with an education, then you're better able to, get that food and shelter, because you're more educated, you're, perhaps a better job, perhaps better opportunities are afforded to you because you are, learning. And so it seems to me like, how can you not afford to get your education or make that a priority in life? I just retired. I know you don't want to hear me say that. But, after 36 years, and then 2004, I went back to school after 30 years of being out of school, and I always wondered, because at the time that I retired, I was already a second-level manager, and I'm thinking, what is this education really going to do for me, But when I went back to school, I was very surprised. Well, one thing, I learned a lot, but I also learned that a lot of things that I was doing were correct, So it was really good for me twofold with the way that I was leading my team, the center that I was over. It was in the book, but I was already doing those things. So it really made me feel good to know that what I'm learning in the book is something that I have already applied. And I never thought, not that I thought that nobody could teach me anything, but I just didn't, I kept saying, what is this education going to do? And so after I completed my bachelor's, they often asked me if I was going to go back for my master's. But I thought once I mastered that bachelor's, I was done. I was like, it wasn't necessary for me to go back. But I'm really interested in a degree in counseling because it seems like I do that all the time. People are forever calling me and So I think I'm really interested in that. So you know, you and I can talk because I'm your friend. I know
That's
that you
right.
know I got the insight on this one. So yeah. So I was talking to a young lady yesterday. I've referred a couple of people, you know, to you when we're out and about in the communities. But what about have you like taken this to some of the churches, some of the schools? And when I was talking to a young lady, and I can't even remember who I was. Yes, it was Versandra Kennebrew. She did my, she's masseuse. She gave me a full body massage. Okay, that's a plug for you, baby girl, now. See? But we were talking, and she was saying that, you know, she said, you should probably tell your friend to come to Wayne County Community College because there are a lot of people there. They get into the school, you know, they help them get in, but it's like they don't help them navigate to the areas, you know, where they are lacking in. They don't have enough knowledge. You help us get in the door, and then it's kind of like you just leave us there. So do you partner with Wayne, with the community college, and are they giving you referrals? Are they, you know, sending people over to you? Or?
Well, what we're doing, and we partner with some of the other post-secondary institutions. And it's interesting that you should say that because we just recently tried to establish where we get a chance to talk to some of the graduates that are coming out of Wayne County. But also what we try to do is partner with all type of institutions, not just the educational. We partner with other social agencies. We deal with the adult education centers, the GED centers, the rehabilitation centers. We've even had counselors to deal with the jails. It's like wherever adults are, that's what we do. And we try to send out a mass mailing to the different churches, libraries, wherever there are adults, we really try to get the word out. And we're open and receptive to come and do presentations wherever we can to get our information out.
Okay.
And I thank you for this opportunity because this is the first time that we've been able to, or have taken the advantage of being able to be online.
Okay.
This is something brand new, so yes, thank you for chartering new waters for us.
It's a blessing for me, you know, God bless me, you know, say one plant, one water, you know, and somebody else is growing it, but I'm honored to be able, you know, that's the purpose of me having the Barber Dean Franklin show, to be able to sit, you know, that's what I said I wanted to do. I wanted to help people, you understand? And so there's so much information that is out there that is available, but people don't go out to get it. So it's easy, again, to go on the internet, you know, just look at the show, and not just, again, my show, but this network, WIGN, you know, TV net. The Women's Internet Gospel TV Network is providing just a wealth of information to help, you know, the public make changes in the world, you know, because I know for a fact there are a lot of people that, even that I know, you know, my daughter's number one, that, you know, have a desire to go back to school, you know, not really sure about where they want to go. So this would be a great program to sit down with somebody, to bounce some ideas, you know, for somebody else is really kind of helping you do the research. You know, you don't have to know really, you just have to have an idea of where you want to go, and then that research and the consultation that you guys provide will kind of open up the, you know, windows of opportunity for somebody to say, yeah, you know, maybe that would be a good area for me. So I'm honored to be able to do it, and then just doubly blessed that I could do it for my girlfriend, you know. So that's, you know, really just an honor for me to be able to do this. But I definitely want you to tell people, so how do they contact you?
They can contact us by phone, which our phone number is area code 313-577-7528. That goes directly to the Educational Opportunity Center. Also, they can contact us on Facebook. We do have a Facebook page. We do have a website that individuals can, and I have to really read it off because it's pretty long. It's federaltrio.wayne.ed/EOC. That's how you get in contact with us there. We have an email address, which is wsutrio.eoc@wayne.edu. And just contact us. the one thing that you brought up that I think that individuals don't really take advantage of is the career counseling. We do have a career counseling aspect, which we do interest inventory. Some programs have done aptitude tests, the abilities tests, which are all good. But the reason that we do interest inventory is because we have found that, especially with the adult population, if it's something that they're interested in, they're going to pursue it.
Right.
It doesn't matter with the ability, and I laugh all the time and tease people because I can cook, but you can't pay me.
Okay.
Okay, so that doesn't mean the ability that we have to do that we enjoy it, but whatever we enjoy and whatever brings out like the best part of our personality, that's really what we go after. So I think it's important to know what a job does, how much money it makes, the training it takes, what is it going to look like in the future, what are some of the related areas, so that you can make an educational choice about what it is that you want to do.
Right. I think that I really, think that is a awesome program, and from the very beginning when you talked about it, I just, didn't understand why your cup is not running over with people trying to get in, especially at this day and age, where we are, especially with the city, the state, just the economy, period, And I know that there are probably a lot of people out there that are first generations to enter, college, who qualify. As a matter of fact, my camera guy, it seems like every week I'm telling his business, but he just talked about and said that he wanted to go back to college and, that he would qualify because his grandfather was, somewhere in there, but he would be the only one, I think, to enter college. Or low-income individuals. I'm talking to a friend of mine whose daughter is just completed being a CNA, a CNA, that went to school. So, and as a matter of fact, I gave her your number yesterday. She was supposed to call you, and I told her to make sure that she called you, to follow up because she wanted her GED,
Great.
So I'm telling everybody that I can, because I'm trying to be a blessing to other people, because I think knowledge is power. And sometimes, it says in the word, we perish for lack of knowledge, So when people don't know about, they don't know what they don't know until they, until they know, until somebody shares that with them. And so that's what, this show is about, bringing people on that can bless other people. It's not about you and I, we know that, that, it's not about us, but it's about helping the masses, helping the people that are out here. If you want the help is out there, you just have to go out and get it, And so this program, now tell me this, because you say your sister program or one of the programs kind of went away, if you don't get the it's federally funded.
Yes.
Okay, and so if you don't meet the federal requirements, because I'm listening, every day to Detroit, the city has to give back this money, the so-and-so has to give back this money. If you don't get your target audience, then do they continue to federally fund your program?
Well, every year we have to do an annual performance report.
Okay.
And the annual performance report says, did we meet our objectives, our criteria? Okay. And at the end of the funding cycle, they look at everything. They look at whether you did what you said you were going to do. Did you fulfill that? And yes, you cannot get funded. Okay. It does make a difference. Okay. They call it prior experience points. You get extra points for doing what you're supposed to do. And at the end of the day, when you have to write the grant, you get so many points for writing your grant, you get so many points for your experience or meeting your objectives. And I tell you, this last funding cycle, it made all the difference in the world. Okay. Right. So yes, it does make a difference. One thing that I really want to say is that I'm really grateful for the staff that I have. Okay. And we don't just talk about education, we are about education. Okay. Each one of the counselors are a master level individual, either in social work or licensed professional counselors that have both state and national certifications. Two of the individuals were TRIO students, so they've been through, not EOC per se, but have been through supportive programs. So they have firsthand knowledge. One thing, EOC, we call ourselves a family because once you are in, you're in.
Right.
And our students come back and they give back to those that are coming behind them. We've had quite a few success stories, and I've been there since '83, so I've seen quite a bit of individuals who didn't have high school diplomas, GED, come in, and now are master level individuals. Now they are successful engineers and social workers, and I mean, it's just really a blessing to see people evolve. So when you come into EOC's office, we already stamp you as successful. You just have to work through the process.
Well, you said something, you know, a little earlier on, you know, you took one of my taglines, you said it a little different. Y'all don't talk about it, y'all be about it. So that's a good thing.
It is. It really is.
And one thing that I can sit here and I can say, I can look into this camera with absolute certainty that I know that this woman, whatever she says she's going to do, you're able to do it. You know, if you come into her office, her program, or anything that she's over, this is a woman of character. This is a woman of integrity. So there is no, you know, there will be no problems at all. Come in, sit down, talk to her team, and find out what's going on, because she's there to help you. There's a mandate on her life. You know, she works for Wayne State University, you know, but she is a child of the Most High God. There's a mandate on her life to be a blessing to other people. So if you really are looking to get educated, if you're just inquisitive about it, if you just really want to know, you need to call, what number again?
There's two numbers.
Okay.
They can call either area code 313-577-5050. That's the general number. Okay. Or they can call area code 313-577-7528. That comes directly to our office. Okay. Our clerical staff are wonderful people. All right. Wonderful people. They too are in school. So again, we're not just talking about it. We're being about it.
All right, see. and that's what I like, you know, about just this relationship. I think I can say that over a year ago, you know, I've just been praying that God would send positive people into my life. And so, you know, again, I know we go to the same church. Don't remember how we, you know, got the, you know, telephone number, start hooking up and to be on a prayer call with you every day, but you have just truly blessed my life, you know, and I probably could say that, you know, possibly if I hadn't hooked up on the prayer call with you, that it's quite possible the Barber Dean Franklin show wouldn't even, you know, I'm just saying, you know, I just have to be real, because it has truly been a blessing to wake up every morning, to be able to, you know, roll over, get that telephone for me, you, and Zoe, to be on that phone praying every day. I see the changes that have come about in my life, you know, since I've been at Greater Southern, you know, since I've been hooked up with you, and I pray every day. Again, I said last week, I'm not sinless, but I sin a whole lot less than I used to.
Yeah,
you know it.
Yeah, we all do. Yeah.
You know, but I just really, I thank God for you, you know, because I see the power in prayer and the power just in the way that, you know, God is just changing things in my life. Now, this is just personal, but, you know, I got a story. We all have one, you know, and so where I've come from to where God has taken me, you know, and it all starts with just getting that knowledge, you know, just trusting in Him, and also trying to get, you know, educate yourself. You know, I had a center, and that was the one thing that I told my team: knowledge is power. That's something people cannot take away from you. They could take a lot of things, or you could take my house, you could take my car, but my knowledge, I can get those things back again, you know. So education is very important. It's very important for our young people today, because if you're not educated, it's going to be hard to even go to McDonald's and get a job now, you know. So we really need to, you know, blow up this telephone number, 313-577-5050, and the other number again
is 313-577-7528.
Yes, this is an awesome program. I think that it would truly be a blessing to some people. I'm hoping as a result of the show that, you know, it reaches the masses, that people are calling you, that you call me, say, girl, look, you know, they just blowing up my telephone. It's just too many calls, but you're going to handle it anyway.
That's right.
But I'm just hoping that you have an overflow, that maybe, you know, you need a staff because, you know, I'm retired. I could work for you, you know. I could do a little, you know, answer the telephone. I was good at that. That's what I did, you know, with AT&T. So if you need some help, you know, because I just truly believe that God is about to bless and take this to another level, because I think that the reason that it's not blowing up or going the way that it should go is only because people did not know, you know. So I'm, you know, willing to, you know, I think we should even go to the clubs and drop some flyers off, you know, in the clubs or different places where people are not, you know, necessarily, they want education, but they don't even know how to go about getting that education. So whatever you need me to do.
Thank you.
You know, I'm willing, and I'm a willing vessel. And again, I just love you, and I thank you for coming and taking the time out of your busy day to come sit with me and talk about your program. And then, you know, this morning we woke up 5 o'clock on the Well Women's call, prayer call.
Yes.
And then at 6 o'clock we have our own prayer call. And I just love you for your obedience, you know, for you just being the person that you are. You are a wonderful person. And I said I was not going to cry, and I am not going to cry. I feel like Cuba Gooden on the Jerry Maguire. You know, you're not going to make me cry, but I do love you. I do, and I thank God for your friendship.
Thank
and
you.
I thank God for the person that you are. So to my fans, to my public, tell me one more time, Delta, just look into that camera and tell the people the number to call to get the program.
Please call area code 313-577-5050 or 313-577-7528.
And to my fans, my public, the people that are watching this show, I thank you so much for tuning in today. Again, I thank you for being here with me. I love you so much, and there's nothing you could do about that. So I want to say to my people, from my beating heart to your beating heart, I love you. You understand? Okay.